of Supervisors. We will call this meeting to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Item number 3 is to approve today's agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 3. Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments on today's agenda? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 3 carries. Item 4 is to approve the July 2nd, 2019 meeting minutes and July 9th, 2019 workshop and meeting minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I motion to move item 4.
Second?
Motion and a second on item number 4. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 4 carries. Item number 5 is to approve drainage claims, and we have one. Drainage District number 20, Johnson Township, section 26. We have a broken tile turned in by Tom Walsh.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 5.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments on today's drainage claims? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 5 carries. Item number 6 is to receive and place on file the annual salary increase for the Webster County Recorder's Office Clerk Emma Halligan from $15.55 to $16.81 per hour, effective July 25th, 2019, upon the recommendation of Lindsay Laufensweiler, Webster County Recorder, and in accordance with the labor agreement.
I'll make the motion to move item 6. I'll second.
Motion and a second on item number 6. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 6 carries. Item 7 is to accept and authorize the hiring of Kyle Redmond, Trail and Natural Resource Technician, effective July 17, 2019, at an hourly rate of $16.83 or $35,000 annually, per the recommendation of Matt Cosgrove, Conservation Director.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 7. Second.
Motion and a second. Mr. Cosgrove.
Good morning, everyone. Matt Cosgrove, Conservation Director. This is a position that we've had vacant for over a year. It's vacant. Adam Moding, who is currently in this position, moved into a park technician position with us. This is also our shared position, so we share with the City of Fort Dodge and the Department of Natural Resources, so they'll be working at the Gypsum City OHV Park. A third of their funding comes from that ATV registration grant that we write every year. A third comes from the City Park and Rec Department, and then a third from the county. So it's a program that has kind of changed and evolved throughout the years, but we've probably been doing this for at least 6 years as a shared position.
Any questions or comments on item number 7? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 7 carries. Item number 8 is to receive and place on file a merit increase for Christina Swanson from $13.24 and 59 cents to $13.51 and 8 cents per pay period, effective payroll check date of August 2nd, 2019, per recommendation of Jessica Weirmont, Child Support Recovery Unit Supervisor.
Mr. Chairman, I motion to move item 8.
Second?
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 8 carries. Item number 9 is to accept and place on file a wage increase of 75 cents per hour to reflect the job title and job responsibility change for Shauna Dinklaw to Assistant Jail Administrator, effective July 22nd, 2019, per the recommendation of James Stubbs, Webster County Sheriff. In addition, Human Resources will continue to evaluate the FLSA status of the position.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 9.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 9 carries. Item number 10 is to receive and place on file the fiscal year 2020 wage increase to $16.32 for Jacob Peck, Corrections Officer, and effectively July 1st, 2019. The wage increase was omitted from original employee list submitted to the Board of Supervisors for approval.
Motion to move item 10. I'll second.
Motion and a second on item number 10. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Item 10 carries. Item 11 is to receive and place on file the county recorder's report of fees collected.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 11. I'll second.
We have a motion and a second.
Good morning, Lindsay Loftus-Finer, Webster County Recorder. Just to give a breakdown of the fees collected for the period ending June 30th, 2019. For reporting fees and Xerox copies and surcharges, we brought in $33,529.25. For our revenue stamps, hunting, fishing, boats, snowmobile, ATV licensing, we brought in $16,568.72. Our vital records brought in $4,700 for a grand total rate to the Webster County Treasurer for $54,797.97. And as a rebuttal to our county sheriff last week, I did a comparison from fiscal year 18 to the fiscal year 19. Fiscal year 18, we brought in, and this is just the money that is retained in the county, was $212,813.94. For fiscal year 19, we brought in $204,572.90. That is a decrease of $8,241.04, which is about 3.9%. However, I do think it's important to know that our office is about half self-funded, meaning that we have to use about half the taxpayer dollars. So I think that's really cool, and I'm very proud of that. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
I think you should allow more time for the recorder and the sheriff's quarterly reports. I can see this.
I can see this progressing, yes. Yeah. Escalating. Any questions or comments on the county recorder's report of fees, Jim?
No, not one.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 11 carries. Item number 12 is to approve the transfer of the Conservation Department's 2018-19 General Fund unexpended balance in the amount of $36,306 to the Conservation Trust Fund to be used for Camp Winoki projects per the request of Matt Cosgrove, Conservation Director.
Mr. Chairman, I motion to move item 12.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, Mr. Cosgrove.
So this roughly $36,000 is what was remaining in our last year's fiscal year budget. We had a couple projects that we were hoping to get under contract and actually even get finished this last summer, but unfortunately due to the wet conditions, we weren't able to get contractors to really even bid on projects or get things ready to go. So we're just making the request. We have a stream bank sloughing issue right next to the road in the camp road that has to be repaired. We looked at some FEMA stuff, but I think we're gonna have to move quicker than that process is gonna allow. And then the other one is putting an electronic gate, so that gate will just open and close on a timer basis rather than having staff open and close that gate for the public.
Questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Thank you. Item number 13 is to adopt resolution number 2019-28, a resolution naming depository. A resolution to approve the depository institutions for Webster County funds in conformance with all applicable provisions of the Iowa Code, Chapter 12C-2.
Good morning, Brenda Inkster, Webster County Treasurer. As per the Iowa Code 12C.2, the county is required to list the maximum amount of being deposited when requesting approval of depositories. This amount is set to cover when taxes are collected and which they do not stay in the account for like a long period of time. They are dispersed out within days of receiving the tax dollars and the apportioning. This is not a running balance that we have in our accounts at all times. That being said, I'm requesting the following financial institutes be named as depositories of public funds with the maximum amount that may be kept on deposit in each depository. United Bank of Iowa, $200,000. Great Western Bank, 20 million. Northwest Bank, 12 million. First American Bank, 600,000. Heartland Bank, 2 million. Security Savings, 2 million. And People's Credit Union, 500,000.
All right.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to move item 13.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. Questions or comments?
Sure you can.
Come on up.
Take the mic.
Hi, I'm Craig Barber, First State Bank. I'm just curious if sometime, we fill out, that list can get expanded and we can maybe get added onto that list as a general repository.
Okay. I did send you a letter this year. I guess I didn't realize you did not receive that. And I'm sorry about that because I tried to catch everybody this year, but unfortunately, you didn't get it. Sorry. But you will next year, Craig, I promise.
All right. Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote.
Eagle eye. Carlson eye.
Campbell, aye.
Conrad, aye.
Vote aye.
And it passes. Item number 14 is to approve and authorize the chairman to sign Arion Communications. Isn't it supposed to be Arion? Arion Communications LLC amendment.
Make a motion for item 14. I'll second.
Andy McGill, the Webster County IT and GIS Director. This is an amendment. As we were going through stuff for this new contract that we're setting up for the SD-WAN, as we were going through all the action items, I realized that they did not have all of our numbers listed on the contract. So I asked them to go back and look through their equipment and get a list of all the numbers so we can compare to what I have in our phone system. So with that being done, we come up with additional 141 numbers that needed to be added to the contract. So this is going to be an additional $46 to that contract per month.
Questions or comments on the $46 per month
I
amendment?
know, it's a killer, isn't it?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 14 carries. Thank you. Item number 15 is to approve the Class B beer liquor license for Badger Lake Dragon Boat Association's Kennedy Park at 1415 Nelson Avenue, Fort Dodge.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 15. Second.
Motion and a second on item number 15. Green, do you have all the paperwork?
Yes, everything's on file, and their drum shop's in place, so.
Mr. Cosgrove, any concerns?
Nope, they've already received a permit from the Conservation Board for the special event, so everything's good.
All right.
I have a copy of the insurance and everything.
Questions or comments from the floor? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 15 carries. Item 16 is to receive and place on file the annual manure management plans for Alcorn Livestock LLC, 2651 Indiana Avenue, Calendar.
Mr. Chairman, I motion to move item 16.
A second.
I have a motion and a second on item number 16. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 16 carries. Item number 17 is to receive and place on file the construction, design statement, and manure management plan for Farnham 2 in the northeast quarter of the northwest section of Section 18, Township 87 North, Range 30 West of Roland Township.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 17.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
I would like to note that this was actually submitted on June 3rd, and through all the paperwork, we inadvertently set it aside, so that's why we're just approving it today.
Thank you very much. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 17 carries. Item number 18 is to approve and authorize the chairman to sign permit from the WCCTA to install a fiber optic cable along 115th Street, Section 11, Township 90 North, Range 29 West of Deer Creek Township.
Make a motion to move item 18. I'll second.
A motion and a second on item number 18. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 18 carries. Item number 19 is to approve and authorize the chairman to sign a permit from WCCTA to install fiber optic cable along Union Avenue in Section 5, Township 88 North, Range 27 West of Washington Township.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 19. Second.
Motion and a second on item number 19. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 19 carries. Item number 20 is to approve the request from the Clare Fire Department to close a portion of C-56 near the intersection of P-59 from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. July 23rd, 2019, July 25th is the rain date, for a controlled burn of a building subject to the requester being responsible for coordinating and monitoring all necessary traffic control per the manual on uniform traffic control devices.
Mr. Chairman, I motion to move item 20.
Seconded.
We have a motion and a second for item number 20. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 20 carries. It is now the citizens' opportunity to address this board with items not on the agenda. Board of Supervisor Committee reports.
At CBB last Thursday, our biggest discussion was changing the logo, I guess, how they're gonna do their logo. So they're working on that. I went on a tour yesterday with the Growth Alliance and a representative from Jefferson and a couple people from Carroll. They went out and looked at the ag park, went and looked at the fuel lab out at the college. It was with the college and Growth Alliance. Just talking about the collaboration the city, the county, the college is doing with the workforce and how we work together. That's pretty good meeting. Mark and I are going to a UVA meeting at 9 o'clock today. So be attending that.
Tomorrow night, we'll have a public information meeting from 6 to 7:30 in the main lobby of the Webster County Courthouse regarding the clock tower improvements.
I had stepping up last week. Darren came and talked about drug court, so that was very interesting. I was a guest at Daybreak Rotary today, which was great. Thank you for inviting me to them. And Supervisor Campbell and I participated in the Don't Take the County Fair this past weekend, so thank you to the 4-Hers and the folks at the fair for inviting us for that fun day.
I have nothing going on this week.
Want to thank everybody that came out to the fair. It was an excellent event. The fair board and all the volunteers did an amazing job coordinating activities and growing that event. And we had a very nice time. And yes, the dunk tank was quite entertaining. So if there is nothing else, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much.